Hello friends. Got a few things going on in this video here. I wanted to make this video about opening up the rear door on the hearse. Um, so we're going to do that. And I posted that last video with the door handles that I made. And got a lot of comments on that and stuff. And some people wanted to kind of check it out and see one on the car. So I'm going to do that for you real quick, and then we're going to make some door hinges to open up the rear door on the car. But first, I want to do a quick shout out to a new builder. Let me pause you real quick, and I'll get you spun around. Okay, so this is Landon's Speed Shop. Landon is a new builder. I think he just did his first build. He tried dabbling in the model stuff, I think, when he was younger and never really completed anything. So he's got his first complete build. And I don't recall how old he was. But he just started his channel the other day. And his first build was for the mental health awareness. So go check out his channel, give him some love, give him some support, and welcome a new modeler to the team. So with that being said, let's get back into it. I got this new camera mount. It's like a little desktop thing. Actually, I got it from Manny. Go figure, right? So we're working with that today, so bear with me. All right, so real quick, we're gonna try and I already got one of those handles cut out, and I was like, shoot, I didn't record it, so I'm gonna try and cut one out with you guys. Just, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just, you know, using your hobby knife and trimming it out of the aluminum foil. So just gonna cut that out of there very carefully, and then I'm only gonna put this on the car temporary. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of Mod Podge. I don't even know how well it's gonna hold. It'll probably fall off during the video, but it happens. So yeah, real quick, let's get you fixed up on the camera here, and let's get a piece cut, and we'll get it glued on the car so you guys can see what it's going to look like. All right, what do you guys think of a new camera setup? Got my glasses, so I might be able to see what I'm doing. Got a couple of toothpicks, some of that tiny bit of that fun tack. I actually put the fun tack on this one. You guys can kind of see. I'll put a little bit of fun tack right here on the tip of the foil toothpick, and this works great if you're working with small objects. Like I barely touched that, was able to pick it up, hold it, and put it on the car. Let's set that aside, and let's get one of these foils cut out. Oh yeah, I think that's going to work good. I think you guys are going to be able to see what I'm doing better. Probably better than me, because I can't see that well. Close up anyway. I can see everything far away. It's funny, is Manny was following me down the road today in his work truck, and he was about mile and a half behind me, and I said, "Oh, I can see you back there. I see your plow on that red truck." But I can't see nothing close up. Got this little corner here that's kind of sticking up. I think I just tore it instead of getting it to come off of there. The edges, I got pretty close, but not close enough. Let's see if I can put that on here so you guys can see it. A little bit of trim work left on there still. And this one, the door button, the release button, isn't as visible as I would have liked it to be. But like I said, this is my first time trying this, you know, so practice makes perfect, right? You know, it's such a tiny object for you guys to be able to see what I'm doing too. But I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just cutting aluminum foil and trying to color in the lines, you know. All right. So and I got it cut out. Let's we're gonna use another toothpick. We're gonna put a little bit of Mod Podge on there. I'm gonna see, like, you know, kind of where I want it in reference with the other one. Got the wrong toothpick. So there, you know, so I just want it to be in line with that. And I might have to turn it around so I can see. But let's grab this one. All right, so we got that on there. And then we're gonna get a little dab of the Mod Podge on here. And I don't care if I get this. I mean, when you do it with the super glue, you're gonna have to be more precise, but this I'm just gonna take back off anyway. Of course, it's pretty thick on there. And I'm just using the Mod Podge because I know I'm going to take it back off. But I just wanted you guys to get an idea here of what it's going to look like, you know. Got the handle upside down. And while it's loose, you can kind of move it around a little. I feel like this has got to go up just slightly. And for video purposes, I feel like that's not too horrible there. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And it, you know, basically it's already chromed for me, you know. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, I thought. So I'm just going to take that back off of there now, wipe the glue off so it's less mess I got to deal with later. In fact, most of the glue already dried on there. Let's see that. And I'm going to pause you and then we'll bring you back. All right, so to make our door hinge, we're just using telescopic tubing. This is brass tubing, the smallest one. For the tubing, and then I got brass rod, so you want the brass rod to fit in there nice and tight. And you can squeeze this down a little bit if you want it tighter. So I'm just going to take my brass tubing and I'm going to cut 3 pieces that would be about a 1/4 inch each. I'm using a cheap Harbor Freight razor blade to do that. Had to flip it around because I'm left-handed. So I'm just gonna put that on my 1/4 inch mark right there, and I'm just gonna roll it and put pressure on it. I feel it wanting to snap, but it's not. There it goes. Just needed a persuasion. So that's that. That's one of them. And you see it fits in the tube still. Nice. And I'm going to cut 2 more of those, but I'll pause you and bring you back. Alright, so I got all 3 of my pieces cut, and I did verify that they still fit on the telescopic, no, brass rod, sorry. Telescopic tubing is the hollow one, and the brass rod is the solid. So I'm going to take 2 of these off of there and leave 1 on. And then we're just going to fold it over. And we're going to leave ourselves plenty of room. So I got, we'll go about 1 inch there. We're going to fold it over 90 degrees. Whoa, where'd you go? There you are. Fold over 90 degrees, and then we can fold the other side over 90 degrees also. You want to get these so they look just about as even as possible. I feel like that looks pretty good right there. Excuse me. And I forgot to get my nippers to cut that, so I'm going to pause you and bring you back. Alright, so I got that cut equally. And now we're going to put it in the benders. And I marked it, the one I'm going to use, just so it's easier for you guys to see. I'm just going to put it in there, and I'm going to draw it up, and I'm going to pull this down until basically till it stops. So the thicker part will stop in there. Just kind of make sure I'm still even and not, going off one way or the other. And I'm just going to bend these around nice and tight. Just bring them around. Alright, so I brought them around. I think they're still pretty even. I'm going to put them back in there. Right about there. So now I'm like about 50% of my line or whatever. And then I wasn't in there straight. And then I'm just going to bend them back so that they're kind of facing this way. And this is my practice run, so I'm not sure that this is actually going to line up with what I'm doing there or not, but so that's pretty much what we got. Just a hinge. And then these pieces will mount. So this side will mount to the body, and this side will mount to the back of the door. And before I fully cut that door out, I'm going to glue this on there in place, because that's the easiest way to line up your door is when you cut it all the way out, just leave a couple small spots that you can cut later. And then you'll go on the back side and you'll glue this up in there, kind of like so. I see I got to make some adjustments to mine to get it to sit flush. And we'll get that set up, and then we'll start cutting it out. So I'm going to finish bending this up, getting it straightened out, and pause you, and then we'll bring you back. Okay, so off camera, I did cut out the back half of the door, but I left just a really small area in here, and then a small area in the top center here, just to hold it in place. And I marked this out right here for the hinge to sit, just to give me a reference point when I put my glue down and line it up. And here's the hinge. And I did get it centered up and adjusted to fit correctly with the door. Give you an idea what it'll look like. We're just going to go ahead and glue that on there, and then we'll cut out those pieces and get it to open up. So I'm going to glue that down, and I'll pause you for a minute, and I'll bring you right back. And just to put it out there, I'm just using some regular super glue to glue it down. I got the I can't think of the word, quick set for that if I need it. And I also might use, I've used this before on door handles, hinges, sorry, just to add strength to them. So let me get that glued up, and we'll bring you right back. All right, I got that glued up, and this is a tool I use to etch out the door panel. And this thing worked awesome. It did not slip out once. It cut the panel out really quickly. I was really impressed with the performance of this thing, and honestly, I don't think I'll ever go back to using the backside of a number 11 blade again with the X-Acto. Okay, so we got that glued up in there, and I'm just gonna cut this little piece out right here that I left, and then there's a small one in the top center. So I tried to keep everything away from where this hinge was, where, you know, so I got all that cleaned up and just left a small piece from here to here, maybe about a little over a 1/4 inch wide. So we'll just go across the top here first. It doesn't really matter, you can do the top or the bottom, I guess. And that one's cut. And now the bottom. Went in a little too deep there. Trying to go delicately here because this is the final piece, you know. But yeah, this thing really removes a lot of material. And pretty much that's it. The door is cut out and it now opens. Gonna have to trim up my edges and stuff a little bit there, but that's fine. And there we go. Now I'll go and I'll do the edge line of this. I'll trim it out and thin it out some, and that'll make it easier and keep it from hanging up right there. You see that little right there on the bottom where it's hitting a little bit, and that's just that's pretty normal. And I try to leave these loose so that I could get it back off. My top one, I can see it moving, the sleeve, but the bottom one is glued. It cured, so I'm gonna have to fiddle around with that a little bit and try and get it off of there, and hopefully not bend or break it. And there you go. Now you got it disconnected, so you can trim up your edges. See how thick that is there, so you want to trim that down. And I usually I'll round this edge off just a little bit too, and that will help for opening and closing. But that's our hinge all done. So on the next episode, we're going to be working on doing some of the interior stuff. And I took the glass and I marked it out already. And I haven't decided completely yet, but I'm thinking about cutting this front out here and cutting this out and just putting my own plastic in there, because I don't know if you can see that. You can see it a little bit there, those mold lines in the plastic. You see that? And it's on both sides, unfortunately. This side's worse. And it's also in the back window. I might be able to fix that, I'm not sure, but I marked this out so that I can cut those out. And this piece here, I'll end up gluing back into the inside of there, and that'll be my inner panel. And I think I'm just going to flock that with the flocking. So I think that'll come out pretty cool, but I haven't decided if I'm going to find my own plastic to make these side windows, because the windshield actually looks great. Like, I don't even understand, but the side and all around the back, it's got the two lines in there, and they go all the way around. So I got to do something to fix that. And then I marked this up, and this is kind of an ideal of everything that I got to remove from the interior to make it look more like a hearse. The front seat, I haven't decided 100% yet if I want to fully remove that and find something in my stash to put back in the car, or if I just want to cut out around the back side of it and make my own backing coming down. So that's about it for today, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Appreciate you, and you have a great weekend.